Saturday morning, time to kick off the Experts program, and that means our tech expert, Luis Alvarez, CEO of the Alvarez Technology Group, is with us. Hello, Luis.
Hello, Mark. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for asking, and I want to jump into a couple topics here today before we get to the main one. We talk a lot about cybersecurity, all sorts of hacking scams, Trojan horses, malware, all sorts of things that are out there that we have to watch out for. Now, here's another one, and this, Luis, I think has been developed because so many of us order so much of our daily needs online, and we have them delivered to our house, and we'll sign up for notifications, whether they be via text or via email, to let us know when the package is shipped, when it's expected to arrive. Sometimes it takes longer to get the package. Other times we get it quicker. But I received a text today from, and this is all lowercase, so this is an immediate red flag to me. Someone calling themselves Antashka.Rubin at inbox.ru. Now that means Russia, okay? Yeah. Delivery service. Please provide the correct delivery address to avoid delay in receiving the goods due to incomplete door number. After replying OK, reconfirm your address. And then it has a website to go to and a quote-unquote tracking number. Please update it timely. Okay, well, broken English. That's not to be expected if I'm buying something from Amazon or any other domestic company. So, of course, I'm not clicking on it because I know this is a scam. By clicking on that HTTP address, I'm probably going to be inviting some sort of malware into my phone. So, not going to do that. But I wanted to bring this up because, for a couple things, is these are becoming more prevalent now as a means of getting malware onto people's mobile devices. And with so many of us ordering so much every day, you can sometimes be beguiled into clicking on one of these, not realizing it's not the real deal. So I think the important thing that people have to keep in mind, and maybe you can add into this if there's anything I leave out, when you order something, take note of how it's going to be shipped. A lot of times the person that you're buying it from, the online company, will indicate whether they use UPS, FedEx, or whomever. So keep note of that. And then remember, if you've signed up for a text notice or just an email notice, if you didn't sign up for a text notice, be very, very suspicious of a text that comes in wanting you to click on it.
You make a good point because we've gotten so used to ordering online that many of us actually forget sometimes how many things we're expecting. And so getting a text saying something's coming isn't that unusual. But unless I know for a fact that I have something coming and I get one of those kind of texts and I'm suspicious about it, I just log into the site that it claims to be from, whether it's Amazon or Best Buy or Walmart, wherever I'm ordering it from, just to make sure that it is something that I ordered and I can get the update there. But never click on any links that you get from any of those sites because they won't be sending you something to click on. They might direct you to go someplace, but they'll never send you a link.
Right. The other thing, too, is that typically when I receive those texts, a lot of times I'm getting them from the actual shipper. I mean, the shipping company. Like, I'm signed up for notices from the post office, from FedEx, and from UPS. So if I receive a text from them, I know, well, I already opted into this. Right. And then the order number that's on there, usually they include the order number, and that will coincide with whatever the product is that I ordered from a particular company. But just to get something like what I got from someone named Antashka.Rubin at inbox.ru from Russia, oh man, that screams, I mean, to me, that screams malware, Trojan horse, phishing scam.
Yep, absolutely. You did the right thing, especially today. If you get anything that is from Russia, be very, very suspicious about it.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for that. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our main topic of the day here, and that has to do with AI, artificial intelligence, and it's a new AI tool that's been developed that will instantly analyze police body cam footage. What's this all about, and why is it important?
Well, given the recent example from that poor young man in Memphis that was beat to death by cops, what we're finding is that body cams tell a story, and more police departments are required either by statute or by just order of the police chief to wear their body cams and use them when they're engaging with the public. And what that means is you have all this video that's being recorded, tons and tons of it, and most of it never gets looked at because there's no incident to report or things like that. But what's happening is that a lot of of police departments are getting kind of fed up with the amount of legal fees and lawsuits that they have to pay out because of bad behavior. And last year was just in New York alone, it was like over $300 million that the city had to pay out for just cops that were sued for harassment, for bad behavior, and then they just settled out of court. So this company called Trulio has developed a technology that can, in real time, as that video is uploaded into the servers where it's stored for up to a year, it can review that video, and what it's looking for is the sound. That's you listening to the audio that's part of the video, and it transcribes that, and it can detect using AI whether an encounter was good or bad or just neutral. And it can inform the sergeant that's in charge of that group of police officers of either bad behavior or good behavior, so that the sergeant can, pat the officer on her back and say, hey, you did a great job with that particular encounter with that citizen. Or if they get a transcript that is somebody screaming expletives and, threatening a citizen, they can confront that person right away to nip that kind of behavior in the bud. So more and more police departments are investing in this kind of technology as a training tool and as an intervention tool, so that they don't have to deal with something like happened in Memphis after a lot of cops behaved badly.
Well, it sounds like this kind of thing is really taking off. And I note that in a couple instances, Trulio's system has been adopted by Seattle and about a dozen police departments here in California. Now in Aurora, Colorado, the police department's under a consent decree with the state attorney general's office over racial bias and excessive use of force, and they're about to start using the system. So this may be really something that is going to be a proactive tool that is going to help both the community and the police departments better, I guess, kind of how they respond and react to situations. So it's not enough just to have the body cam, but this is a way of a constant reinforcement of positive behavior and then also notification of negative behavior.
Exactly. And it's a great training tool, and it will put cops on notice that they just can't behave badly and not pay the price, or when they do good things, that they get rewarded.
All right. Well, that's a really fascinating story. I want to thank you for bringing that to us. That's Luis Alvarez, CEO of the Alvarez Technology Group, joining us today on Power Talk online. The website is alvareztg.com, at AlvarezTG. Is there a Twitter handle? And Luis, the toll-free number for the I-Team.
Give us a call at 866-78-I-Team. That's 866-784-8326.